Skinwalkers and humans, welcome to a brand new video. Now, I have fantastic news for everyone. Incredible leaks just got leaked. Basically, the entire case has been blown wide open. And I'm not going to say we know with 100% certainty what actually went on behind the scenes with the Brett Cooper situation. But we pretty much know with 98% certainty what went down with the Brett Cooper situation. I'm just saying. We know more certainty than the certainty of a DNA test that came from inbred parents. All right, we know what is about to show up, and I'm very excited for everything. So we got an entire massive story here for you today. I did all the research that needed to be done. I've gathered the intel. The intel is huge. It's such a big intel. We're gonna make Mexico pay for that intel. We got Brett Cooper secret documents leaked, emails from the CEO leaked. We got her somehow silently mentioning that she's getting hate on the internet, trying to kind of address it, but also not address it at the same time. And we're gonna be looking into my boy, my guy, Steven Crowder. We're gonna look, so he got into like this entire beef with the Daily Wire like a year ago where they gave him a contract and he ended up fighting with them and he exposed them and they had a little back and forth. So we are going to look into that situation and actually see how insanely wage slavey apparently allegedly that contract actually is. And we're gonna see if Steven Crowder was actually right all along. So we have a massive docket for today. This is huge. All right, this is gonna be an epic downfall. The chaos is good. I have no sides. I have zero allegiances. I am a simple man that laughs when I see some chaos on my screen. All right, let's tear some buttholes right wide open, ladies and gentlemen. Definitely subscribe. All right. So first, Reagan kind of, sort of, is skinwalking for Brett Cooper. She was fired from her channel. That's the short version. Brett Cooper had a channel, 5 million subscribers, owned by the Daily Wire. She wanted to leave, allegedly, so she left, allegedly, but I know the truth, kind of more likely. There are leaks that we'll cover later. Brett Cooper leaves and gets replaced with Cret Booper. That's her real name. She is, in fact, a skinwalker, allegedly took acting classes to act like Brett Cooper, took over, and she was Brett Cooper's best friend who basically stabbed her in the back and kept twisting the knife. Brett Cooper deleted all their posts together. It's an incredibly ugly situation. I have covered it in the past. You should absolutely watch my previous videos on it if you want all the context, but she stole her best friend's life. Sniper Wolf style skinwalk going on right here, and I'm very excited for some downfalls. Subscribe for more downfalls. Let's go.
Hey guys, thanks for joining me here for a new year of the comment section.
You're welcome, Cret Booper.
Reagan Conrad, and what a year it has been. And
You're telling me.
I don't even mean the craziness of the last month.
What happened in the last month? What happened in the last month, Reagan? You're gonna tell us?
Or of 2024 as a whole. I mean, we are only 6 days into 2025, and it already feels like we are months in. The news truly never sleeps. Now, this is our first episode.
True, valid. So what happened? Bro, you see, the biggest problem about Reagan is she doesn't look like gender bent Ben Shapiro, so she's cooked.
Episode recorded here in 2025 because our team had a huge break between Christmas and New Year's.
Nice.
For myself, I attempted to unplug as best I could.
For those of you wondering why she needed to unplug, it's because this feels like a Kamala move. Unearned, where they just put her into the, Daily Wire at heart, deleting negative comments. Who else doesn't watch the videos but goes straight to the comment section? Brett Cooper's not coming back, but Donald Trump is. You look at the dislike ratio. This is insanity, bro. She's getting annihilated.
Because I've come to learn that the internet never takes a break from its own opinions.
Yeah, what are the internet opinions that you're talking about here, Cret Pooper? What is it we're talking about? No, she wishes she looked like Fem Shapiro.
And I thought it would be good if I took some time off. It's funny, actually.
I wonder why you felt the need to take time off from the internet. Poor girl got obliterated by the internet due to basically rumors. It's like, this is like Gossip Girl in real life.
Actually, because I wrote an essay in college about my experience deleting apps for a mere week and noted how much mental clarity and spare time and most profoundly, my creativity just skyrocketed.
I had to include this in the video. I wasn't going to, but then I saw this and I had to include it. The balls that it takes for someone to skinwalk and steal someone else's entire personality and talk about creativity. Bro, you have got to be kidding me. God, thank you for this content. I would like to take this moment to thank God for giving me good content on this glorious day. There is so much chaos, and I am so glad that it is my duty to be here and expose all of it. If there's a downfall, You bet show booty, this big-ass Jewish nose will be sniffing it. And this is glorious. I'm just saying.
So for the first time in a few years, I have done that again, and I would encourage—
Yeah, I wonder why she left the internet again. That was crazy. Anyway, so as you can see, Cret Booper over here responded to the allegations by not saying anything, just saying that she ignored the internet because the internet's not real, and she worked on her creativity, which is very cool. I do appreciate her creativity. She created the perfect skinwalk technique. I'm just saying. Naruto transformation jutsu. Gotta take a page out of Cret Booper's book. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of insane. But anyway, it got leaked. It got leaked. Someone went on Brett Cooper's actual subreddit and leaked, I know what actually happened between Brett and Reagan. So today, I want to look at this before getting any deeper into this insanity. Now, I just want to make it clear here. This is not proof. We don't know that what we're about to read is real. What we do know is that it'll be good content. All right. Well, I know what actually happened between Brett and Reagan. All right. Posting here, just as I posted a long comment in a different thread. If a mod would like to reach out to confirm I know what I am talking about, I will provide evidence. I know Brett, I know Reagan, I know all the players at the Daily Wire. Ba, ba, ba! Listen. Maybe it's just cloud chasing. I have reason to believe it's not cloud chasing, but let's see. The public has no idea how much of a dumpster fire that company is, and it's largely due to their insane contracts, which put the fear of the God King in everyone. Again, we're about to look at the actual contracts in a minute. All right, just wanted to cover this first. Well, I wanted to cover all the leaks first. Then we're going to look at all the leak contracts with the Steven Crowder stuff. But anyway, Brett did not leave because of Ben Shapiro. She also was not fired over anything to do with Israel, and her leaving has nothing to do with Candace Owens. Reading all of these rumors is frustrating. It is true that Brett wanted to leave for very good reasons. It is not about money, but management. Her best friend, Reagan, encouraged her to leave and supported her. And as her cousin accurately states, was so supportive and encouraging that she fully planned to leave with her. I already covered the entire cousin situation. Basically, Reagan's cousin came out with an entire TikTok, basically talking about how Brett is the backstabber in the situation and not Reagan, which is awesome. Which is just awesome. Amazing take. She then deleted her TikTok and is now apparently copyright striking people that are reacting. Not me, because I would go to court over keeping that video up, to be honest. So if you want to copyright strike me and engage in legal back and forth, I have 4,000 Jewish lawyers as my cousins and uncles. I will annihilate you. All right, I'm just letting you know. Just letting you know. I've been there. I've done this before. Okay. That's all about her cousin gets right. Yes, Brett offered to pay what she could reasonably afford, but it is such a lie to imply Brett did not want to pay her for months. Interesting. Fascinating. So as you remember, basically, a slight little recap is after Brett leaves, Reagan takes over. Reagan's cousin says that Reagan wanted to leave with Brett, but it turns out Brett wasn't going to be able to pay Reagan for months, and she couldn't afford that. And she ended up getting offered the job, and it was God's decision for her to take that job. All right, that's basically what her argument was, which is pretty crazy because that's not what God told me about on any of this. So again, I guess I agree to disagree. The truth is, the Daily Wire has insane non-competes for every single employee there. This is the least surprising news of all time. Non-competes are kind of an industry standard. Whether that's a good thing or it's a bad thing, you have the right to an opinion, but non-competes are everywhere because every single company wants, they're taking somebody, they're building them up on their platform. Then once that person is famous, they want to leave, and the company doesn't want them to just abuse the company and then leave, so the company non-competes. It's everywhere. Every single company has this. You know, whatever. Take your time to read through the Glassdoor reviews for the company stretching back years. We will be looking at the Crowder contract right after this. Management is, and by the way, I have a bombshell about the Crowder contract to share with you guys. I'm just saying. Management is monstrous. All right, here we go, baby. Long story short, Brett and Reagan were going to start her new show when it was legally allowed. Reagan was Brett's hype woman in all of this planning. Jeremy has a god complex, and Jeremy is the CEO of the Daily Wire. Jeremy has a god complex. I'm so tempted to publish the email he sent around to the company regarding Brett, which proves that. By the way, we have the email, all right, that we will be looking at that right after this. I'm telling you, I got the snoop. The snoop is here. All right, listen, there's chaos, and I just like it. It just makes me happy. He believes he creates talent and makes them famous, and he can do this with anyone. Ooh, yucky, icky, icky, poo, icky, yucky. Damn. I made you. All right, classic. He also believes that if talent tries to leave or disobey, he could just as easily destroy them. Well, this backfired massively. One day, Reagan comes to all of us, bursting with tears, claiming Jeremy brought her into the office and told her she wanted her to fill in for Brett. She painted this as though Jeremy was doing this purely to torture Brett, which was believable. Okay, Reagan was Brett's best friend ever in a million years. Did we think she was lying? She claimed she did not want to do it, but that he threatened to fire her. Wait, he threatened to fire someone because she didn't want to take over somebody else's channel? I don't know, that seems a little sussy-wussy. We'll see. We all felt terribly for her. In retrospect, what she said makes no sense, but why on earth would we think she was a total sociopath and lying to us? Was it Reagan all along? Was it always Reagan? Was she always the manipulative, the manipulator, the sniper wolf of the situation? She told him she would do it for 2 weeks. Again, this is really dumb to reflect on because why would she be telling him she would do it or wouldn't do it? But we believed her. 2 weeks passed and then she does a 180. She says she actually loves being in front of the camera and that God wants her to take this opportunity. I told you, bro! I told you that this was part of the argument. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh Lord. Yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's what every priest says when he invites a little kid into his back room. And that Jeremy offered her contract worth a lot of money and promised he could make her famous. Bro, dude, that's insanity! That's insanity! Oh no. Oh no. Brett was horrifically backstabbed. That is the truth. If it was more awful, wow. It's even more awful than you know the reasons why Brett wanted to leave, and you realize Reagan knew those reasons and didn't care because she wanted to be famous. This is the truth. I don't really care if you don't believe me because I needed to get off my chest. Whoo! Schnipples! Yeah, this is a schnipple situation if I've ever seen one. Listen, the classic backstab. What can I say? Again, as someone that's been backstabbed on the internet okay, we need to do a backstab tier list, all right? So in B tier, we got the Minecraft dream backstab situation. That was pretty lame, not gonna lie. B tier, lame backstab. And then we get Nux backstab, all right? I'd say my backstab is A tier, to be honest. It was pretty great. My backstabs, like, you know, former friends, that type of shit, like, it gets crazy when Nux gets backstabbed. The Nux backstabs go wild. I'm out of back for more knives, unfortunately. Next person that wants to backstab me would need to find a new parking space for their blade due to the amount of knives I still... Anyway, but whatever. We get... That was pretty wild. But the Brett Cooper backstab... Bro, this is S tier. I think this is an S tier backstab. Because backstab tacked on with an NDA? Shit! That's crazy. That's crazy. The NDA on the backstab, the fact that you can't even say anything, we're like, anyway, edit. Just warning everyone, there's an account here that is trying to debunk the claim I'm making. Just examine the post history of the account. It's a friend of Jerry Boring who is using legal threats to people speaking about this topic. Yikes, dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, wow, all right. Well, so anyway, again, don't know if this is true. Don't know if it's not true. We're just, we're looking at this. We're taking it here, all right? We're just gonna be real. We're taking this one step at a time. This does seem legit, though, I'll be honest. It's kind of very similar to what I said. She decided to leave and that's why she left. But her deciding to leave doesn't at all mean it's not the Daily Wire's fault. For all you know, she decided to leave because of contract purposes or because there was some abusive guy at the company. I'm pretty sure that was even an example I gave. I said, for all you know, there's an abusive guy at the company and she wanted to leave. And she and her best friend were supposed to leave. And it turns out her best friend knew about this and cheered her on to leave. Literally cheered her on to leave the company because of maybe this abusive person. Who knows what the reason is. She leaves. And then Reagan takes her place. Damn! S-tier backstab. Let's go, dude. From the maid of honor at your wedding, too. Anyway, so emails got leaked. The emails are real, apparently, according to the mods. This is apparently from a reliable source. Again, I don't want to make any statements here, but they do seem real. From Jeremy Boring, the CEO of the Daily Wire. All right, here we go, baby. I hope you're ready. Team. There appear to be... this is, by the way, like before Brett got fired, I'm pretty sure, or left. Team. There appear to be a couple of videos going around where a bunch of unsubstantiated claims about the companies. Unsurprisingly, they seem to be from accounts generally hostile to the Daily Wire and our mission. Dude, I love when people frame it that way. Can I just say something very cool, just for a moment? I have never been hostile to the Daily Wire, nor their mission, whatever their mission is, okay? I am a completely unbiased party here. In fact, probably the only unbiased party out there. I'm just saying. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Frick yeah, baby. Frick yeah. I haven't been to any of the Diddy parties that these famous people are actually in. But yeah, definitely subscribe for more unbiased making fun of skinny people and fat people. That's how inclusive we are here at the Nuxanor channel. Oh, God. Yeah. I haven't watched the videos personally. All right, clown. You absolutely watch the videos personally. I hate when people make this argument. I saw a bunch of videos slandering me, but I didn't watch them. All right, dude. But I've been briefed on the kinds of claims being made. I want to address them here. Like most rumors, this round is filled with some partial truth, several outright falsehoods. I will endeavor to clarify them all here. The first claim is Brett Cooper is leaving the Daily Wire. This is likely true. Brett is asked to leave, and we asked to leave. But again, no one explains why she asked to leave. But all right. And we have been negotiating the terms of such a separation with her for several months. While it isn't for certain it will come to an end of an agreement, we have been working in good faith toward that end. All right. Second claim is we are forcing her out. This is not true in the slightest. We have made it very clear to Brett that we would hate to lose her. We have made several offers to try and keep her. Brett is a unique talent, and we will not be happy to see her go. Yikes. Yikes! Yikes! That's a yikers. That's a yikers mikers. Yopels. All right. We don't want to see her go. She is a unique talent. We will not be happy. All right, let's go. Based. But she seems to feel her next chapter should be outside of Daily Wire. Business does not always go the way we would like it to go. Talent comes and talent goes. Employees come and employees go. Great hands add value for a season and then move on. Great investments of time and effort and money pay off. Except that sometimes they don't. Dude, what is this message? Wait, why did he send this to... He sent this to all staff at Daily Wire. Bro. That's the natural cycle of things in a dynamic business. One must turn to take it in stride. I mean, true. You should take it in stride. I don't know why I had to give that entire... People come and people go. I have offered her pizza for free every Tuesday. And she turned it down. Crazy. The last bit of rumors are about me personally, that I'm bugging the office. Crazy. That I have a huge ego. I would like to think that wearing Gucci, shooting flamethrowers indoors, calling yourself... the lowercase God King is pretty obviously self-deprecating, but I guess not everyone gets the joke. That I'm bought and paid for by the Jews, if only. Wait, are you kidding me? This dude, all right, is wearing Gucci, shooting flamethrowers indoors, and calling himself the God King in lowercase letters, right? In lowercase letters, is self-deprecating? This dude makes people call him the God King, and he wonders why people think he has a big ego? Are you kidding me? Bro, what are you talking about? It was obviously a meme where everyone in the company was forced to refer to me as Lord Nuxanor. All those who didn't refer to me that way simply lost their paycheck. Bro, that's some clinically autistic shit. Like, for real, for real. Oh my God. That's crazy. Bro. Anyway, no, this doesn't mean he hates Jews, bro. This doesn't mean he hates Jews, okay? It just means that he isn't being paid off by the Jews. Which I get it. Listen, if the Jews paid everyone off, it would be a much better world. What could I say? Think about it. Everyone gets an extra $1 million a month because of the Jews. That'd be crazy. Shout out to Jews. To these and other slanders, I can only say this. It comes with the territory. I chose to be a front-facing CEO. Really? Front-facing CEO? You didn't actually explain why Brett Cooper wanted to leave and she's stuck under an NDA? That is, I don't know if that, I mean, listen, I'll be real. That's crazy. That's crazy. Don't blame autism. Someone in my chat said, don't blame autism. I'm autistic and I don't shoot flamethrowers at people. So he never said he threw it at people. He just says he did it indoors. Okay, listen, I'm just saying. Listen, you can add my autism allegations to this pile. I'm just be real here. I don't mean it in a bad way. All right, listen. When I call this guy retarded, I simply mean it as a diagnosis possibility. Okay, this is not a slur. All right, God King. Bro calls himself the God King, but it's lowercase because whatever. All right. Like anyone who plays a role in public life, I am going to be the target of all sides of criticisms. True. Some valid. True. Mostly not true. I mean, that's all valid. True. I get the same shit. All right. And everyone likes to take shots at the big dogs. The Daily Wire is the big dog. We're bigger than any of our friends in the online conservative movement. We're bigger than most of our enemies, too. Any of our enemies, too. Shit. That don't always be so. Empires rise and empires fall. Bro, I just read a Warhammer novel, and this is exactly how Warhammer novels are written. I'm just saying. That's crazy. All right. When they're small, they root for you. When you're on the top, they root against you. I mean, to be fair, he's not wrong about these things that he's saying. I mean, but at the same time, this isn't exactly something that... did he just call himself a big dog? He is a big dog. The Daily Wire is huge. That's just a fact. That is a fact. Remember this. When you're on top, if you can do the most good, the Daily Wire is a force for good in this world. We do not cater to the crowd, nor do we lord over the audience. Bro, you call yourself the God King. We try to be lowercase r Republicans, attempting to balance between representing and leading the movement. We don't always succeed, but we have made more of an impact than virtually anyone these last 9 years, and we ain't finished yet. To quote the bard, haters gonna hate. I'm just gonna shake it off. Did he just quote Britney Spears or one of those people? Who wrote this? Bro, dude, fuck. Taylor Swift? No. That's crazy! He quoted Taylor Swift, bro. Reading in funny voices is the best way to process information. I agree completely. Shake it off and keep working harder than anyone else. This is an email to his staff. To accomplish more than anyone else on behalf of the values we most cherish, we will keep telling the truth even if it doesn't seem popular. This is, by the way, I'm just gonna let you know something very fun. You're gonna like this. I'm just letting you know. You're gonna like this. In the Crowder contract, he says if Crowder gets demonetized, they will cut it out of his paycheck. So this idea of we will keep telling the truth even when it doesn't seem popular is incredibly slimy. Incredibly slimy. All right, this is a Nux analysis, but I just wanted to let you know. Just wanted to let you know, okay? He has a clause in his contract that cuts your paycheck if you get demonetized, all right? And I'm just saying, these are the people, the Daily Wire people, are always talking about media censorship and how right-wing talking points get demonetized. So they're really trying to have their cake and eat it too. Like, they're gonna be like, they're censoring us, we get demonetized, and simultaneously we will cut from your paycheck if you get demonetized. I'm just saying, we will continue cultivating talent. Oh Lord, oh no, oh God. Cultivating talent by literally creating a Cret Booper skinwalker. We will continue creating culture. We will take the blows as they come. And we will celebrate the victories God has been gracious to allow us to play a role in. All the rest is noise. Don't let it get you down. And please congratulate Reagan on this amazing new chapter. Jeremy proceeds to Fortnite dance. This is a great email. I am the God King! I have no ego. Alright, anyway, again, I don't know if it's true, if it's real. I think it is, but it might not be, so just want to put that out there. This might not be real. Nux, this goes to your shot at a spot at the Daily Wire. Don't worry, I was never gonna get a spot on the Daily Wire. Literally never. Unfortunately, I'm a little too based to be part of a company that polices your opinions. Just saying. Bro, that's crazy. Anyway, I wanted to look at the Steven Crowder situation because I feel like he kind of predicted this like 10 years, like a year ago, which is insane. So this is a video from a guy named Grifter. I know him. He posted this a year ago, and he does a really good job at picking clips out of massive political debates over the course of like a dozen videos. So I'm very curious to see how he puts this together, and I want to see the argument. This is gonna be really cool. I am excited. This is gonna be dope.
Don't get deals that
be wage slaves for a little bit.
Wait, no, he leaked a message of Jeremy Boring calling his employees wage slaves. That's a pretty bad look. No. Yikes.
Come on.
When did the Daily Wire police someone's opinion? All right, let me ask you. All right, if I had left-wing opinions, do you think I would get accepted into the Daily Wire? The answer is no. Therefore, they are cultivating right-wing opinions on their platform, right? And if you do not follow a right-wing opinion, then you probably will not be welcomed on the Daily Wire. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That is a totally legitimate thing. They have every right to do that as a company. But let's not make believe that they are a place of freedom of expression from all aisles of the conversation. That's not what they are. They don't make believe they are, and they don't have to be.
Over and make a salary and grow their brand.
the people I thought were fighting for you, a lot of it has been a big con.
Uh-oh.
Now, to the others out there, have been locked into exploitative contracts.
Oh, Lord! All right, I'm ready to see this actually broken down. So I never actually got into this drama when it happened a year ago. I will not make that mistake again, because if there's chaos afoot, I will be there. Subscribe for more chaos.
And I don't just mean unreasonable demands for control, but what I would argue are immoral terms that actually punish conservative content creators on behalf of big tech.
Oh God! All right, let's see what this drama is all about. Because I do think that understanding the contract and what they did with Crowder is going to do a justice in regards to what happened with the Brett Cooper situation. Because I'm curious. I got a lot of comments telling me I needed to look into this just because apparently he predicted it or something. So I am curious to see what it's like. Now, this is not an endorsement of anybody, obviously. I saw the video of Crowder basically yelling at his pregnant wife while he was sitting on his ass, and I thought that was incredibly cringe. I don't know anything else about Crowder, but that was incredibly cringe. So again, I want to see what this is all about.
Well.
All right.
This is quite the controversy between Steven Crowder and the Daily Wire.
I'm ready. Oh, this is the God King, by the way, for those of you unaware.
Let's take it from the top so we could see what's actually going on here. It all started the other day when Steven Crowder released a video titled "It's Time to Stop," where he runs through the details of a negotiation document that he says came from big conservative media.
The people you thought, the people I thought were fighting for you, a lot of it has been a big con. Now, I'm specifically avoiding naming names or going after individuals.
Oh, give me a fucking break. Oh my God! I'm avoiding naming names. It's the Daily Wire.
In this video, because I genuinely hope that those I'm addressing, and you know who you are, have a change of heart. To the others
What
out
do you mean
there,
a change of heart? Wait. From what I understand, he got an offer. Bro, you have every right to decline an offer. Hold up. Guys, I just realized what's going on here. Guys, I just realized what's happening. This is what they call in the industry a classic Nux W. It's when two retards are fighting. This is my favorite thing. It's when you have a war going on that the only person that gains from this battle is me, the guy watching. Bro, this is incredibly good news. So you're telling me that the Daily Wire has an exploitative contract or whatever, and they offered it to Crowder, and Crowder stabbed them in the back by leaking it and exposing them, when he could have just simply declined. There are no heroes except me! Oh, your misery feeds me! Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
who have now been able to verify, have been locked into exploitative contracts that I have the luxury of not having to sign.
Correct, you didn't have to sign it. Bro, this is so good. He's in his rights to do it. Bro backstabbed his friends. Dude, I've seen plenty of videos with this guy and Ben Shapiro and all those other guys in the same group. He stabbed his friends in the back, calling them out for this. Bro, this is glorious. Yes!
And I don't just mean unreasonable demands for control, but what I would argue are immoral terms that actually punish conservative content creators on behalf of big tech.
Bro, he's saying that the Daily Wire is secretly working for big tech, stifling the voices of conservatives. Yes! Fight more, my puppets! Feed me! I am the one who wins. I'm just saying. God, I should have known. I should have gotten into this way earlier. Daily Wire was just buying out talents. Yeah, obviously, it's a company. That's what they do. They find big talents, and they buy them. Listen, it's not easy. I call myself the God Emperor, but not because of an ego. It's lowercase God Emperor.
And that's something that I just couldn't unsee. Here's
So he's claiming that he's doing this and he's leaking this document purely for the good of the people, because the people need to know that it's going on, but he also didn't want to list which media company it was. So obviously, it's not for the good of the people. That's amazing.
First part, do not, kids, under any circumstances, sign a contract with people who claim to be conservative, but will penalize you.
It's pronounced penalize.
25%
Woo!
for any demonetization or sponsor boycott. So that's saying,
Wow. Yikes.
hey, liberals, boycotts work. They work on our guys. We'll punish them for you. Let me go on.
Okay, so just to be clear here, the reason why a company buys talent is largely because the talent brings in money, and the talent will bring in money to pay the company. So it makes sense that the company... All right, I'll give you my thoughts on this contract as we keep going, as we proceed, but the idea of penalizing someone does kind of make sense in specific contexts, right? Like, I'll give you a hypothetical, okay? There is a word that will get every video instantly demonetized, all right? C-U-N-T. For whatever reason, that word, I know it's a word that every Australian person says in every second sentence, but that word somehow is a lightning rod for the YouTube censors. And if you say that word, your video gets demonetized or age restricted. Every time. Every single time I've been reacting to something and they even said that word in the reaction, video is cooked. It is actually cooked. You know, so, or let's say the N-word, right? The N-word, bam, video is donezo. So, hypothetically, let's say the Daily Wire pays $50 million, because I'm pretty sure that's what the amount they wanted to pay for his contract was. They want to pay $50 million to pay for a specific YouTuber, a specific talent, and then the talent joins the Daily Wire. Now, the talent has a $50 million paycheck and does not care about the monetization on his channel anymore, so he just starts dropping N-bombs the entire video. And the videos all get demonetized. The Daily Wire is losing out on all that revenue right now, and he's still getting his $50 million paycheck. So in specific contexts, I get why this is there, but just such a blanket statement of any demonetization and we dock your pay is insane. Insane. So anyway, that's my incredibly nuanced take as someone that's read a lot of contracts.
Specifically YouTube demonetization. If any of the major platforms issues a content strike such that Crowder cannot be monetized on such platform, and the company is not able to resolve the issue within 90 days, the fee will be reduced by 25%.
Bro, it compounds. Bro, every N-bomb, we will retract your price by 25%. Holy moly. And this is coming from Crowder also. I'm pretty sure this guy got his whole channel demonetized at some point. It's like, this dude's a sitting duck for them to just pull all that shit out of his paycheck. That is wild. See, again, if this was done in moderation, like the example I gave you, I get that. Purely for the example I gave you, that makes sense. But such a blanket statement like this is obviously insane. But the thing is, this is an offer. Daily Wire has a right to make an offer. They literally have every right in the world to make whatever offer they possibly want. And he could deny it. I'll just be real. I think that makes sense. Listen, Steven Crowder. The following is a message to Steven Crowder and Steven Crowder and Steven Crowder only. I am making you an offer. I will buy all of your channels for 40 shekels. All right, 40 shekels. I want your channels. And the way this is going to work is simple. I will be taking back all 40 of those shekels with an additional 10% shekels interest every time you drop an N-word. All right, I'm just saying. That's the offer. Take it or leave it. So now, is that an exploitative contract? Well, I would argue yes if it was something that is done with everybody, but it's also an offer. So who knows? We'll see what happens.
Issue within 90 days, the fee will be reduced by 25%. And then if you get a strike, meaning a suspension, another 20% reduction. And then another 20% of it happens on Apple. And then another 10% of it happens on Facebook. And then another 10% of it happens on Spotify. Imagine.
Okay, so here, the reason why this is incredibly funny, like just so hilarious from my perspective, like this company specifically, they love grandstanding about the idea. That big tech censors them. Our opinions are not allowed to be stated because we are constantly under attack from big media trying to silence us. And in their contract, they have clauses where they'll deduct your fee based on demonetizations. Bro. For those of you curious, 40 shekels, about $12. I just thought I wanted to know how much. I just wanted you to know how much I was willing to pay for Crowder's channel. Okay, I just want you to I did the conversion for you guys.
You're deplatformed, as we've seen in the past, where all of the major entities decide to remove you in one day. Rather than having a conservative alternative, you would now be down to 5 to 15% of the revenue of your contract.
Damn.
They're making it known in their contracts that they will enforce the guidelines of big tech and punish conservatives on their behalf. Don't worry, Wojcicki. Trust me, these conservatives will stay in line.
That's wild. I'm pretty sure Ben Shapiro was the one that got his channel remonetized by talking to Susan Wojcicki. I could be wrong. But that is wild. Yeah, that's the narrative. If you're always gonna push the narrative that, hey guys, I'm just letting you know, us conservatives out here, we got demonetized by blinking, all right? They're out to kill, big tech, they're out to kill us, all right? Listen, unless I conform to their 72 genders, I'm cooked out here, right? So everyone uses that as an argument to talk about how big tech is censoring them, and then they will literally dock your pay if you get censored. It's like, bro, dude, homie, oh my God.
Some people are saying that Steven has taken things too far.
Oh, no.
And this is all just common risk mitigation in contracts. But I think that is sort of the point he's trying to make. If this is all standard, then it really explains why so many conservative voices seem to keep silent on certain issues. The places that say they are fighting for you are really just bending the knee to obtain as much profit as possible.
You mean to tell me that giant media company is really only here to make money all along? I thought the God King was fighting for truth and freedom. The shock I'm in. Bro, this is a glorious moment. The glorious moment where only I stand alone above the suffering of the people around me. Now, you could argue that that makes me a bad person, but I argue that it might make everyone else bad people.
And even helping the opposition by doing so. And while Steven didn't reveal any names, he did say that it wasn't the blade.
I love when people do this so much. It's like, I'm not going to say any names, all right? But there's a VTuber agency that's not HoloLive, and it's also a Japanese agency, and it's a big one. And some of the talents recently got into issues. It starts with an N, it ends with an I. I'm not going to say which agency specifically, but they're bastards. And it's like, I could be talking, it could be anyone.
And there are only so many big names in conservative media, so that basically
I cannot believe a company that's name rhymes with Bleeji Sanji would do this. Could be anyone, I'm pretty against a certain president, all right? Now, I'm not going to name the president I'm talking about, but his name rhymes with Schmo Schmeiden. All right, pretty cringe of that guy. Again, not naming names. I love those people so much.
The fingers at the Daily Wire. And the Daily Wire's co-CEO was
Why does he wear a key around his neck? All right, I'm sure there's lore there.
quick to respond, confirming that it was indeed their document.
And the answer is yes, that offer did come from the Daily Wire. In fact, I think it's a very good offer. We reach out to the agent and we say that.
The point is, when it's a good offer, whether it's a good offer or not a good offer, it's just the idea that that's actually in the contract. Again, I'm pretty sure the offer is $50 million for 4 years, which is pretty insane. But this is all I see. I'll be real. I don't want to be rude here, but I feel like this is literally what we're watching right now. And I am very entertained.
So, we'd like to have a conversation with Stephen, kind of get into the details of what would make his life better, what would make him happy. He's got this opportunity. And Stephen's agent candidly just wasn't interested in any aspect of that conversation. He said, we're not going to have a conversation.
Again, that's why I am sitting here in the center really enjoying this, because yes, it's a disgusting contract from people that are constantly preaching that they don't care about getting demonetized. They'll risk their money to speak the truth. And then they have these clauses in their contract, right? So on the one hand, that is very funny levels of hypocrisy that tickles my nipple, all right? On the other side of this controversy, you have someone get an offer and literally backstab their friends of years and allies of years because of an offer that they got. Bro, that is what I am saying, bro. Yes, this is hilarious. This is amazing.
We're not gonna have some abstract talk. We're gonna send us an offer, tell us how much money you're willing to pay. I'm gonna walk you through that document, what it says, what it doesn't say, some of how Stephen represented it. I'm sure he feels like he was being accurate, but some of the things that he said are simply not true. There is no injustice in this document, as I think you'll see.
While I can say on its face, this response comes off as pretty professional and upfront, but
the God King is nothing if not professional.
I think it glares over some things that need to be talked about. And perhaps intentionally. Because all he really addresses is the money and the requirements of how much content he would need to produce. But
yeah, I mean, obviously, dude, that's the thing. At face value, anyone could twist any situation to look at any way. Bro, it's crazy.
Let's talk about the golden handcuffs. In particular, the terms around deducting pay if he got demonetized or banned off of any platforms. When you offer someone $50 million under the stipulation that it would be reduced if he is demonetized, when the channel has already been demonetized.
Yeah, Crowder's channel was literally completely demonetized at one point. And it's like, in the contract, it's literally telling you, listen, you're worth much less if you don't make us money, so.
For a long time, either shows bad faith negotiation or at least being very naive. It was said that a red pen would be taken to that part of the document to take it out. But having it there in the first place just makes him...
There's no way that was his argument. He was like, listen, we can always argue, we can always just remove clauses from the contract, bro. Bro, dude, this is Trump negotiating every time. We are going to rename the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. And then they'll be like, no, please don't do that, sir. We'll do something else instead. Like, dude, that is like insane negotiating practices. Holy moly. Today, we're going to take over Canada by force if we have to. And then they'll be like, you know what? We'll pay your tariffs.
Negotiate from a bad position.
Same with the content strike. If any major platform, YouTube, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, issues a content strike such that Crowder's content cannot be monetized on the platform, then again, there's this 90-day concept, and again, there's this 25% reduction. Now, Stephen, when I spoke to him, he was very upset. He said, I've already been demonetized on YouTube. Ooh. That's the kind of thing in a negotiation. You scratch through that with your red pen. And
yes, ultimately, that's why I think this is... Dude, I love how people... Sooner or later, everyone will be converted to the doctrine of Nuxanor, all right? I'm just saying, everyone is going to be converted to my perspective here. Everyone's an idiot, okay? Yes, it's a negotiation. He's an asshole for leaking it and flaming them and blasting them. But bro, why would you include that in the contract? Oh my God. It's like these people don't realize why they're all losers.
You say, Stephen's already been demonetized from YouTube, so we can't start the deal at -25. You have to already have anticipated that, and that would have been fine.
Now, even if it was a mistake, or this is just a standard boilerplate.
I don't think it was a mistake. I think it was just, he knew that Crowder would try to negotiate, all right? But there is a certain level that's just disrespectful. Again, that's my example. If you walk up to someone and say, listen, I'll buy your YouTube channel with 10 million subscribers for 40 shekels, like, that guy will never take you seriously. Like, there is driving a hard price before negotiation, that's for sure. But at the same time, it's not a mistake, okay?
Plate document, it still looks bad. And if this is just a standard document, it raises an even bigger problem.
Yeah, and you gotta wonder how many other people have a document like this. Again, I'm gonna get into the Brett Cooper contract and my thoughts at the end. But yeah.
Is it just me? But if a company wants to buy out Crowder or any other personality, they should be willing to assume the risk of doing so. And Golden...
I mean, they are assuming the risk of doing so. You know, by paying him $50 million. Like, that is a risk too, for sure.
Handcuffs are still handcuffs. Crowder didn't seem to be too impressed with the response, even leaking a small segment of the call he had with the Daily Wire's.
Wow, dude, that is such a clown move. This dude was really ready to burn every bridge he possibly had. Bro, every bridge he had literally burned. He leaked a call with the God King itself.
Co-CEO.
They don't get deals that...
They can be wage slaves for a little bit, come over and make a salary and grow their brand. They can be wage slaves for a little bit.
Let's say it's a kid who comes in with 500,000 YouTube subscribers or something like that, 100,000. Let's say it's some other kid you're paying 6 figures to come in and do it. There's not the penalty of the demonetization or if they're removed from iTunes, Apple.
Yeah, sure there would be.
If there's a penalty for being demonetized on YouTube, because your business model requires that be a huge component of it, you need to change your business model or this movement cannot work, Jeremy. I can't imagine my show trying to come up and be beholden to YouTube advertiser guidelines, but let alone being advertiser friendly. We know how broad those guidelines are. They might as well just read, don't say anything offensive, and they change them at the drop of a hat.
If making money off of those platforms is part of how you're justifying the salary you're paying someone, then when those go away, everybody loses money. You can't pay the same amount with less revenue.
How about you create a different business model?
Okay, define the different business model. I mean, listen, I do get both perspectives. The issue is, I think, the broadness of the claim. Like, again, saying that the reason why they're buying a channel is to make money off that channel. Either it's because of the influence of that channel or the revenue of that channel or the sponsors that their channels. But, like, dude, ultimately, you have guidelines, all right, on YouTube. And I think that basically anyone can get away with basically anything on YouTube that doesn't break the guidelines, opinion pieces. Like, I believe that there is absolutely shadow banning on YouTube. That said, I don't think it's like anyone that has a secret right-wing opinion immediately gets demonetized and blacklisted. Like, Steven Crowder has done some things on YouTube that are insane. Insane. As an example, I'm pretty sure Steven Crowder... Let me see if I find this. I don't want to make this up. Didn't he recreate George Floyd's situation? Yeah, he did. No, this dude's done some insanely wild shit, bro. Oh my god. Yeah, no, dude, there's been some other ones that he's done. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm never gonna. I think it was taken off YouTube. But anyway, you mostly could do stuff like that. You mostly could do stuff and get away with it on YouTube. But the issue is that I think the Daily Wire is scared of, mostly, not just the fact that that someone will be too edgy and YouTube will demonetize them, but I think they're afraid that once someone gets that $50 million contract, they won't mind just dropping N-words, okay, on YouTube, right? That type of shit. So, I have no idea. I don't know, bro. Like, who knows? Maybe he'll just go 100% racist because he knows he has $50 million in the bank. Maybe. I have no idea. That's the issue. There's definitely a discussion to be had that you need to mitigate the risk of demonetization and not just be completely free to do whatever you want. And I get why they're scared to pay $50 million out to someone that's just going to drop N-words now all the time because they feel like, oh, hey, I got $50 million in the bank anyway. So that's why it's like it's an interesting situation, and I think that the Daily Wire did a really bad job in their contract highlighting that, and I think that Crowder did a really bad job backstabbing them. Ultimately, this is just the wonderful situation of two retards fighting, literally fighting to give me more ad revenue.
Describing these people under contract as wage slaves.
Yeah, that also incredibly bad. Calling them wage slaves, that's insane. Wage slaves. The reason why I wanted to bring this up also specifically is because unlike Steven Crowder has channels with tens of, like, how many subscribers does Steven Crowder have on his channel? Steven Crowder. Okay, he has 6 million subscribers. All right, bro has 6 million subs on his channel. That is, for those of you unaware, a lot. All right, he has 6 million subs on his channel, and he has multiple channels. So this guy is already established and huge on YouTube. Brett Cooper was not. They basically put Brett Cooper on a new channel, and Brett Cooper built it up to 5 million subscribers. She basically built her channel up to Steven Crowder size. Her contract was not $50 million. By no means. Her contract probably did make her a wage slave. If I had to guess, they probably paid her a salary of, let's say, $100K a year in order to make this content. And she was probably raking in $1 million plus every single year. That's just if I had to guess. So it's kind of wild. Kind of crazy.
It was definitely a bad choice of words. 'Cause I think that's almost the exact point Steven is trying to make. If you guys want to claim to be fighting to move these ideals forward, you can't hamstring your creators by making sure they don't risk getting removed or punished by these platforms in any way.
I think it's also because part of the narrative is that right-wing ideas are suppressed. I think that's a narrative that they pushed a lot back in the day, especially like during COVID and stuff like that. And to be fair, during COVID, a lot of people got wrongly suppressed. So when you make an argument like that, and that is like the backbone of your business, that, listen, we fight the good fight, even though they censor us for what we're trying to say. And then at the same time, they're literally cucking you and your revenue every time you get demonetized. That's insane. 100K annually isn't that bad depending where you're living. Whether 100K annually is good or bad is irrelevant because her channel was bringing in probably millions of dollars a year. Okay? So completely irrelevant on if 100K annually is good or bad. She feels like, and she's totally right, she can make more money on a different channel that's owned by herself instead of being beholden to the company, the God King. So that's, again, this is just my guess, my estimate, because Brett Cooper was brought in as like a new talent, like not an established person like Steven Crowder. So I could so see why it's an incredibly constrictive contract.
Especially when they have such nebulously applied rules like YouTube. If you truly want to buy these creators out because you like what they stand for and want to be a part of it, then
this is the point that I think everyone's not, like, this is the quiet part that no one's saying out loud. Dude, they're not buying creators because they like what they stand for. They're buying creators for money! They're buying creators because they think they can make money. Crowder's a massive channel, and they thought that Crowder would be able to bring in more than $50 million worth of revenue to the Daily Wire conglomerate. That is why it happened.
Then you need to accept the risk that comes with their personality that they've built. Steven Crowder has capitalized on this moment to try and build his own media empire. Like,
honestly, that might have been Crowder's plan all along, because I feel like that's the only, I feel like that is the only gain he has to expose this contract. It's to backstab the Daily Wire and promote his own new company. Like, I do think so. I think, like, this is, like, scummy all around. Literally everyone loses.
Like the Daily Wire, and start contracting and funding creators.
Bro.
Some people have said that this was all what it was about to start, which I can see where you might think that.
I think so.
But only time will tell. If this is all genuine, then it could be really interesting to see take form.
Yeah, I don't think it's all genuine, to be honest. But anyway, I'm very, very happy we did this deep dive. I think I understand more about how the Daily Wire actually runs things. Was Crowder right about contracts? I think largely yes. I think largely he's proven that the Daily Wire absolutely, like, again, this is kind of what I've been saying the whole time. It's a massive media company. A massive media company. They want to make money, okay? They're a big media company. They want to make money. They're about pushing morals, ethics, and the will of God. All right, they're about making money, all right? If it was about morals, ethics, and the will of God, then they wouldn't have people under contracts, okay? But I'm not saying they're wrong for trying to make money off their company. That's what companies are for, okay? But let's not dance around in a circle and make believe that they're literally doing it for wholesome purposes. They're doing it for money. And I think that's largely the Brett Cooper issue. Brett Cooper has a contract that was designed to maximize the fact that the Daily Wire owns her. And she was probably a wage slave and did not get paid out by the company based on her actual views and revenue and stuff. But she was likely paid out some sort of salary by the company, which I think is why she ultimately wanted to leave. That and potentially other abusive forces at the company that no one knows about. I think it's an interesting situation. I think that the contracts are just pretty standard, I guess, except it definitely goes against the messaging that the company is giving. Simultaneously, everyone else is a bitch. Reagan is a backstabber from what I am seeing, at least. Like, she wanted to leave. Brett leaves. She decides to stay. Yeah, miss me with that shit. This is a glorious moment for me and no one else. Definitely subscribe for more Nux W's. I win when everyone else loses. This is the balance of the world, and we must be here for that moment, so definitely subscribe, and bye-bye. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.